Hello, I'm Hans Zimmer, and sometimes I write a little film music. What do I do? What does the composer do? You know, I mean, oh God, that could be a lengthy answer. I mean, first of all, you know, look, to this day, I mean, I've done 100 movies or something, I still go, you know, so why are we having music because a man's walking down the street? It doesn't quite make sense, you know, but at the same time, it's sort of, you know, I suppose movies are dreams, and I think in a dream you can have music. You try to set a tone, you try to find colors that complement what you see on the screen. It's like that subtext, it's the thing you can't tell in pictures or words properly or elegantly. You know, I can do that. I can, you know, I can put, I don't know, I can put an undercurrent in there. I can make you scared. I can make you love something. I am thinking of, you know, what sort of tune, what's the texture of this thing? This is the truth. I still get up every morning and go, wow, how did that happen? You know, look at this. You know, I'm a film composer. I get to work on all these great movies. And I've never had to have a real job in my life. You know, I get to play music every day. And, oh, you have no idea how much I love doing it.
My name is James Horner. I'm a composer. I write music. I've done several films where I actually haven't written a score. I guess the best way to describe it is I've improvised a score against picture, but the audience would never know it. I'd say on this film, I wanted this to be a non-orchestral score with orchestral elements in it, and I think for the most part I've done that. Writing film music is such an all-encompassing art form like painting. You have to know something about what it is you're doing with it artistically, because time is so short when you're standing in front of 130 people. It's so expensive to keep track of what I am doing now transparently. Instead of using just pen and paper, I'm using Sibelius, writing in ways that are not conventional ways of writing. Well, I mean, without it, we'd be lost.
A momentous occasion as we begin what is going to be the final episode of this. We started this thing like 6 years ago. This show has absolutely a signature sound that's become one of the characters, and it's because of you guys.
The reason that people think Lost is filmic or like a movie is in a large part due to the work that you guys do here on the stage, and we are just tremendously grateful and honored to be the beneficiaries of your artistry.
We imagine as we write the script how much the music is going to shape the emotions of the final scene as it's seen by the audience. So this is really where it all comes together from.
Hearing themes that are like the core themes from each character, it was really fun to pull them all into one episode. It was more like writing for a film than it was writing for an episode. For me, I think I will miss the storytelling the most, because the storytelling is what gives me my inspiration to do what I do.
I think Alexandra's music, it's adding a new character to the film, actually. It has a personality of its own.
Composing is thinking, is having your brain in motion and find what the concept of the score has to be. The most important thing is for me to find the real thread. Could it be in terms of orchestration, or themes, or under-themes, or motifs that will come along, and try to find the arc of the film, the dramaturgic arc. That's the main thing. That's how I start.
John, you know, he'd actually written 2 Raiders themes. He had written, play that for me, which I freaked out over. I loved it so much. Then he said, and here's another possible Raiders score, Raiders main theme, and he played. And so he had 2 choices, and I think my only input was to say, can't you use both? And he did. He made the latter the bridge, and he made the former the main theme.
We go to great lengths to frighten the audience and use sometimes advanced orchestral techniques, atonal music, which would be more akin to contemporary concert music, Bartok and others. And people, if they heard the music without the film, might be shocked by it. But for me and for the orchestra also, it's a pretty exciting challenge to do, to be still on the right pace with what we see and hear and feel. The fact that the music, that I can still play it in concerts and that other people still will do that from time to time, is enormously gratifying to me, that people remember it on its musical leg, so to speak, which is, I have to say, the result of the happy coincidence that people remember these films so well. They've been a very important experience for me, and I look forward very much to revisiting all of this.